Well, lucky me to go first, eh? When I first heard Tiana and Clayton were getting married, I thought to myself what a wonderful opportunity they had created. That means there'll be a wedding. That means there'll be speeches. And that means, as far as the bride, I'll never get a better opportunity to tell dad jokes. To the audience had no choice but to listen to me. So I sat down and I wrote this wonderful witty speech, which I thought was fantastic. The problem was, while I was marvelling at my skillful work, I realised that I forgot to mention the bride and groom. So sadly, here's a rewrite. To all my family members and friends of Tiana and Clayton, thank you for making the effort to be here today. At some point, everybody here has played an important part in your life, and I know they value your company as we celebrate one of the most important moments in their life. So when Tiana first brought Clayton to our house to meet me, I, like most parents, found myself wondering, has she picked a nice guy? Will he treat her right? Is he good enough for her? Will I have to play the protective father act, which means I'm going to have to look tough and imposing? As if I could pull that one off. But it was during this meeting when I thanked him for making the effort to bring Tiana up to see me. He simply replied, "It's okay, it's family." With that comment, he instantly garnered my respect. When I first met Clayton, he just seemed like a very quiet kind of guy. Then over time, I got to see who Clayton really is. First impressions. You find out he plays and teaches various instruments. He sings. He's part of a band. And then in a different direction, he plays ice hockey. With that, you get a feel for just how creative and diverse he is, which gives me an inkling of what Tiana sees in him. But I have to ask you, Clayton. 1 second. I have to ask you, Clayton, if I'm marrying my daughter. Why? You're a smart guy, right? You realise that when you marry the family, right? You've met Stephen and myself, and I won't even mention Linda. What power does my daughter have over you to possess you to do this, Clayton? Why? However, Clayton, I'd like to officially welcome you as part of the Robinson clan, and I am proud to have you as my son-in-law. Stephen, we no longer have to be on our best behaviour anymore in Clayton. Does Stephen have a speech?
No.
No, now. Now, to little Miss Bossy Pants. Well, Tiana, you made it. As I look at you now looking absolutely beautiful, you should be proud of your achievement here today. All your hard work has come together wonderfully. As I stand back and reflect on my daughter during her wedding day, and I try to think of how I can sum up her 28 years in a few sentences, the truth is I can't. As your father, I think back over the years and consider the things I could have done better. Some of these things were in my control and some were not. I could talk about how proud I am of you and how much I love you. However, what I'd like to say most about my daughter is my admiration for how she has made her path her own. I take no credit for the achievements of this young lady before you here today. All her successes and everything she is has largely come from within herself. She has continually shown determination, courage and strength of character to keep herself on her path and achieve her goals. She pushed herself through her studies and along the way being brave enough to change direction to do what she wanted to do, not what someone had previously decided for her. During this time, she also managed to snare herself a young man who, fortunately for both of them, does as he is told. With her dream of becoming a teacher, she made the necessary sacrifices, and at the end of it all is now very successful in a career that she absolutely loves. Despite all the hard work, she has managed to keep a good work-life balance that is perhaps the most difficult task of all. Have no doubt, Tiana, I'm not only proud of you, but of all of what you have achieved. I've just one question before I finish. Is it true that when you first met Clayton, you looked in his eyes and said to him, "I need a date for Valentine's Day"? And then meet your gaze, he instantly replied, "February the 14th." I have no doubt in my mind that Tiana and Clayton have set themselves up for a pretty happy and successful life together. So let's raise our glasses and wish the bride and groom a great journey towards that future and happiness.
Thank you so much, Brett. That was a beautiful speech. Next up, we have the mother of the groom, Donna, whose name I actually only learned recently as I've only ever heard her affectionately referred to as Mum. So with that being said, please welcome to the stage and to the microphone, Mum.